stories of legend. We have read tales. We've learned mythology about gods and goddesses, the mystical might of the supernatural. But this event, humanity could not move forward without it. History took a back seat on her name. She's the needle in the haystack of freedom, the true definition of a strong soul and a determination to fulfill destiny. Chosen by the Loa, the gods rejoice in her name. She's called Marie-Jeanne Lamartinière, the Mother of Liberty. Born 1772 in a plantation of Saint-Domingue, Haiti, from an indigenous POW father named Cabo and a British indentured servant mother named Bridget, to a region called Port-et-Piment-les-Anglais, an old English colonial outpost. She was born of a fate, forged by struggle, resilience, and perseverance, a beautiful love story, calculating by the alignment of the constellations, the pursuing of freedom and happiness. They both understood the gravity of the union and the consequential of a seed that can possibly lead to a death sentence. Cabo left the plantation and become a maroon, seeking alliance with hidden neighboring tribes, while Bridget gathering secret intel from plantation owners and soldiers. Cabo insurgency is on the rise. Bridget was a sex worker, trafficked as a young age to America. Her body was her weapon, while she's enduring the depravity of many sexual deviant minds. She's also thinking about the future of her soon-to-be-born child. They both meet in secret caves. They make love in a ritualistic manner by evoking the ancestral realm, asking for safe passage and protection for Bridget and the child. Cabo was a Bokor, a rogue spiritual shaman, a voodoo priest. He gave her many spiritual gifts, from necklace, mojo bag, body incision cuts, a complete protection from all potential psychic attacks on the child while she's pregnant. He was acting as if death was near. The union was sacred between these two. They also shares information and strategy about future uprising and possibility of raising a family together. Weeks later, betrayal and jealousy, always lurking to every reality. A brothel mates follows Bridget late-night trails meetings and expose the plot. Cabo got tortured and hung in public, and Bridget got sold to a ruthless French plantation in the region. 8 months later, the prodigy child was here, named after the Holy Virgin Marie. She was born into slavery in the French colony of Saint-Domingue. Marie-Jeanne endured the harsh realities of bondage from a young age. Her mother Bridget knew it was a matter of time before these demonic perverts will come after her innocence. She taught her everything she was going to need to survive this cesspool of degeneracy. Bridget taught her about mystical practice of voodoo, the herbs, the poisons, and ritualistic hideouts that her father Cabo was heavily involved in. In the wake of these events, a series of mysterious deaths started to happen around the plantation. Measles outbreaks, including a severe case of chickenpox. Within all of this madness, Bridget and Marie remain untouched. They believe the spirit of Cabo is weaponized against the evil plantation owners. It didn't take long for religious devotees to notice the unfazed Bridget and her daughter might be the roots of all the madness. Tension grew to an unrepairable condition. Some speculated Bridget was a witch, and they demanded justice against her. With limited time left of her fading existence, Bridget hurried to tell her 7-year-old daughter that she was going to be killed, and she needed to be strong, that Cabo and her will watch her every move and will protect her in the spiritual world. They cried with uncontrollable tears from the innocence of a heavenly realm. She gave her a bag full with medicine, food, special herbs, Mojo's poison bag, a stolen handgun, and a sword. She stated, "I will pray for you until my last breath. Follow the South Stars. It will lead you home where me and your father met. You will find help there. Be strong." Trust no one but your survival. I believe you came to this world for a greater purpose, and God have you as one of his favorite. Wipe your tears and mark today as the day you live to tell your story among the highest angels of freedom fighters. Bridget hug her one last time, kiss her forehead, and a long stare gazed in her eyes, knowing that's the last remaining member of her bloodline and tragedy at the door with extreme prejudice. Bridget heard the guards getting closer. She let go of her baby girl and ran towards them. She got captured, humiliated. She got stoned halfway to death, with a crowd chanting, "Burn the witch." From a distance, Marie heard the rejoicing crowd cheers on the misery of her innocent mother. She heard and feel the excruciating pain she had to endure. Bridget got burnt at the stake, and in her last hour, she wished for a better world. A world where love, honor, and respect would be the virtue of life. Young Marie returned to her parents' place of origin, Port-au-Piment, Les Anglais. With a heavy rain that night, she found herself refuge next to a late-night pub, waiting for the rain to slow down. In the midst of her tragedy, an argument breaks out in the back of the pub where she's taking cover from the heavy rain. A fight breaks out between unsatisfied, bitter customer and the brothel's manager. Little Marie was afraid, not knowing what to do, especially coming from a traumatic experience, losing the only person in her world, her beloved mother, Bridget. Hearing the disparity and the fear from that woman getting beat, little Marie reacts with no hesitation. She pulled her handgun on the assailant, telling him to stop or else. The assailant fled the scene. Marie helps the woman get back on her feet, and she happened to be the madam of this famous pub brothel. She was amazed by this unexpected event, witnessing a child with such a level of maturity and compassion. This experience drew these two into unconditional love and a long-lasting journey. She became her new legal guardian, Victoria Monteau, the plug of all whispers in town. Marie Jane grew up to be the marvel the universe expected. She walked the ladder of obstacles like no other, from losing both parents as a young age to a powerhouse of a freedom fighter. She was a master linguist, speak 4 fluent language, from English, French, Spanish, and native tongue Creole. Her beauty rival an imagination of a perfect creation. Her presence and personality is legendary. Her eyes commands the heavens on earth. She was the center of attractions in town as a performer. She sung about the abusive nature of captivity, the misery and the dehumanization of lives in these plantation fields. She managed to pass out cryptic messages for recruitment in her performance. She managed to create one of the most powerful secret society in the nation, the Boozin' Secret Order, the heartbeat of the Haitian Revolution. Described as boo, meaning a lot, beaucoup, French term, Zen meaning secret information, native tongue, Creole. The Boozin' Society was the first Secret Service intelligence network for the Haitian Revolution. The society used brothels tactics, such as prostitution, sex magic, blackmailing, homicide, kidnapping, ransom, spies, and politics to play the devil's advocate. Mary Jane understood. In order to challenge these demons, one must master his menu, his taste, and his addiction. In a world where classism, colorism, and beauty is the standard of a hateful world, Mary Jane knows the sacrifice of her flesh is a part of what it takes to navigate these perilous times, and sleeping with the enemy in order to keep an eye of the darkness. As whispers of rebellion echoed through the sugarcane fields and the jungles of Haiti, Marie Jane found herself drawn to the cause of liberation. She finally reunited with her indigenous father, side of the family. the spirit of Cabo reignited the flame of total liberation, and her mother, Bridget Essence, ascended to Aloha. Her transition was pure with good intention for humanity. Her soul belonged to the ancestors' realm as Manman Bridget, a voodoo spirit of the dead of the Gedi world. When in ceremony, her name is being called for guidance and protection. Marie joined other fearless women like Sanité Belair, Dede Basile, and Victoria Montau alongside other brave men for the fight against evil. She stepped to the battlefield, wielding her machete with skill and determination. She was also a sharpshooter with unlimited range. She fought alongside titans like Toussaint Louverture, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, and other legendary figures, facing down the might of colonial powers with unwavering defiance. She married a garrison commander named Louis Dore Lamartinière. She was a wife with many shoes to fill. She cooked, she washed, and aided the camp, the soldiers, while being a motivational speaker and mambo, giving out mojo bags and secret gad rituals to protect against bullets. In the War of L.A. Creta Pierrot, she was often described as wearing a steel belt around her waist, from which hung a saber, with a rifle slung over her shoulder. She took an active role in the fighting, reportedly loading the cannons and distributing cartridges, and most importantly, encouraging her fellow soldiers. When fighting got lively, she joined those on the front line of fighting and used her rifle with deadly accuracy. The French managed to besiege the fort, but that evening, the besieged rebels, including Mary Jane, fought their way back through over 10,000 French troops, turning the tide in their favor. The British Empire operated in Haiti's South region. The British Prime Minister William Pitt sent a great push to Haiti as an attempt to put down the rebellion and restore slavery, claiming the colony of Saint-Domingue, but this failed dramatically. The revolution threatened the empire in a number of ways. Pitt was concerned that the Haitian Revolution would inspire other slave communities in the Caribbean to revolt against their oppressors, potentially taking over these colonies. Pitt was also concerned by the impact of the revolution on the wider anti-slavery movement and wanted to prevent any further development of the abolitionist movement in Britain. By sending troops to kill the Haitian rebellion, Pitt hoped to simultaneously quell any brewing revolts in British Caribbean territories, suppress the British abolitionist movement, and retain the economic benefits wrought by the colonial hierarchy on the island. Pitt's involvement failed to bring about colonial success, as the campaign cost the British 4 million and too many casualties to justify. Pitt removed his forces from Haiti in 1798. One must know the pen is mightier than the sword. The perversion of history ruined humanity to total division. That Haitian history is world history. The herstory of Mary Jane is the ultimate symbol of sacrifice, unity, strength, resilience, and compassion. Her story defies race, gender, and spirituality. It proves that humanity comes first, and black or white is a hateful human construct of mass separation, that love and understanding is above all forms of hatred. Mary Jane's story is the true definition of freedom, liberty, and justice for all. Thanks for watching, my beautiful brothers and sisters from all walk of life. I want to turn this visual history into a hit series or a movie that we all can be proud of. I'm calling out all producers and actors. Let's come together and honor the ancestors with this marvelous story. Cash App or PayPal for a donation of all sorts. If you enjoy the visual hidden history lessons, like, share, subscribe, click link below.